Hi, I'm Ming and I'm a professional magician. Hardest track in life, I think being a magician is you can consider it as one of the hardest track that I've chosen in life. Yeah, yeah, because it's not a conventional decision for career path.
Okay.
Okay, I remember first that when I got interested in magic was when I saw David Blaine perform on TV. That time he had his TV special called Street Magic. So he was doing magic to people on the streets, close-up magic kind of thing, and I got interested in that. And then I started learning some of this magics, and then practice on my own, and then from a hobby it became a passion, and eventually I chose it as something I wanted to do for a living. Yeah.
So
actually my childhood is it's a very typical Singaporean family. I was brought up, I have a sister, elder sister, and then parents, and then I was taught to study hard, and then eventually you get a stable job, and then that's make a living. That's the very conventional. None of my parents or family members are have anything to do with entertainment business or anything like that. So they were very surprised that I was interested in it as well. Yeah.
So
now, when I was maybe in my primary school, I remember my mom would always bring me to the library, and there will always be this hobbies and craft section where there are a few magic books over there, and then I would spend a long time at that place, looking through the books. Sometimes some of the tricks I can learn and then go home and do. I would try it a bit, but it was still more of like a hobby kind of thing, not really a serious interest in it yet. Yeah. When I just started out, it was really just I want to do it kind of thing. Then eventually I started doing a bit of party shows here and there, and then I realized that the perception of magic by the public is very much that magic is something that's for kids. And then this runs very contrary to what I like to do with my magic. So there was a bit of a struggle with that idea over there. Yeah.
So how?
So, of course, at the start, to get jobs, the easiest way was to do kids' parties.
Right.
Yeah, because there's always a children that wants a magician for a party, and so I did kids' parties for a certain period of time, and then I realized that it really wasn't something that I like. Not that it's not good, but because the magic that first got me interested in was the magic that is street magic, close-up magic kind of thing. And so I stopped doing kids shows, and then I started to change my direction towards branding myself as a close-up magician, magician for corporate companies and stuff like that. So that's how I changed it. Yeah.
So I understand.
Yes, of course, all this while I was studying, and even my army days, I have always been doing shows here and there, events here and there, but not as frequent. And I wasn't marketing myself or publicizing myself aggressively because I was still studying at that time. And then I started to get serious about it maybe at about last year of uni, or second last year, and then I started to think that this is the path that I want to go, and what are the steps that I need to do to make it stable. Yeah.
Career.
Yeah. Okay, at the start it was tough because shows were not coming in regularly. Okay, because when doing events, it's really it's not a 9-to-5 job. You don't get a monthly salary kind of thing. So for me, how I overcome it is, I saw that I needed to start early, and then to build up the client base. So that's one thing I did. So I started doing shows early, and then I chose the shows that I wanted myself to be seen and branded to be in. So like I said, I didn't do as much kids shows anymore, and then focus more on corporate and companies like that. And then a very good turning point for me was when I started doing restaurant magic. Yeah, so that is like a regular gigging place, just like how musicians have perform every week at a certain restaurant. So I found a few different places where I started to do regular magic, close-up magic, table to table at the places, and then that really widened my whole client base, and then people got to know me, and then from there I got to do shows and events outside of that. Yeah, so example, especially when trying out something new on stage.
Okay.
Because that's the hardest. Because if you want to put something new in the show, you have to put it out. For once, you have to put it out
so
for the
it's
first
like something
time.
new that
So it's
you're trying
something
out.
totally new. So the lines do not come out as smooth. The moves may not be as you can rehearse it.
Not interested.
You can rehearse it 1,000 times alone, but when it comes to a show situation where there's people involved, there's so many things that can go wrong. Yeah. One thing is from the reaction. Of course, from the reaction that you get from the audience, and then after the show, the feedback. To hear the feedback from the audience, I think that's very important. So sometimes I ask the audience as well. So what do you think about the show? Then they'll be very honest with it. Oh, I like this one. I like this one. Then I will ask them. Oh, what about this one? Do you like it? And then you hear them say their thoughts.
So are you able to count the absolute number of shows that you have performed so
Oh,
far?
no, actually no. I can't.
How many?
I can't.
Roughly, maybe 100?
More than that.
More than that,
More
okay.
than that. More than that. Definitely more than that. Yeah.
So you must have had the experience already.
Yes.
More than 100.
Okay, so if we are talking about just a single trick,
Yeah.
I have this 1,000-time rules, which is like you have to perform that trick 1,000 times in front of an audience before you can say really that, wow, this trick I've nailed it, or it's really seasoned, because every situation is different. Until you have meet that point of time where, okay, I think that I've met every situation, you can't say that, oh, I got this trick, it's no problem.
So how many tricks do you have on hand?
On hand?
Yeah.
I have a big repertoire because I do a regular gig.
Yeah.
So when I do a regular gig at a restaurant, I have repeat customers.
Right.
So I can't always show the same thing to the same. So that is why I need to expand the repertoire of the tricks. But of course, I have a set that I do all the time.
Yeah.
That
Your
is-
bread and butter.
Yes. So
Yeah.
so it's my
Your anchor tricks.
Yes. So like I said, the 1,000-time rule.
Yeah.
So these are my 1,000 timers. So I've already done them so many times that it's seasoned, and I know when to say this. Everything. It's just at the back of the mind. I
Okay.
don't need to think.
Okay.
Yeah, when I'm doing it. Yeah.
How do you then make sure that your tricks are authentic and delivered well? For example, I know you play a lot of cards,
Yes.
and you get audience to choose the cards.
Yes.
And then, is it more of a mind play, or is it more of a real trick? Can you just share some?
Okay. Without revealing too much of a secret, it's actually a combination of
Okay.
psychology, and of course there's a sleight of hand, and the secret behind the trick itself.
What's
So
the secret?
I can't tell you that. So there is of course the secret of the magic trick.
Okay.
Okay, and then the sleight of hand, and then the timing. There's a timing of your speech, and then your performance, your delivery, and the psychology of how the audience will be thinking while you are doing that trick. You need to be able to preempt, need to be able to know that, to be able to perform it well. Yeah.
So maybe you want to share with us a trick
Okay.
for the audience today.
Okay, cool. I'll show you something.
Yeah, is this your bread and butter trick?
No, this is actually a new trick.
A new trick.
Ah,
A new
so
trick,
special
yeah.
for you guys.
No.
Just let's shuffle. Make sure that they're okay. Mix.
Yeah.
Okay. So in a deck of cards, there are red and black, right? Which color do you think is the heavier one?
Black.
Black, right? There's more ink on the black. Okay.
Stronger color.
More stronger color. Okay. So if we take, okay, the black cards and the red cards in a mix like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And if we lay them down on the table like that, okay, because the black cards are heavier, okay, if we wait maybe for a while, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, that's enough. Okay, all the black cards will sink. And when that happens, every single one of the black cards all go to the bottom. Every single one of them. Okay, you can see.
How is it possible?
Okay, you can see.
Is it recorded?
Alright.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So if I say red is heavier, what is gonna happen?
No, it would be the same thing. Okay. And the truth is black is heavier because there's more ink on the black cards.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you're playing on my
cards.
psychology now.
It's a bit of that. It's a bit of that.
So this is a new trick that.
This is a new trick. Yeah. So I'm thinking this is a very new trick. Very new trick, but something that I have been thinking of doing for a while.
Right. So can I just understand that all these tricks are learned from yourself, or is there a master manual that you're all over the world?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Okay, so people always ask me, where do you learn your magic?
Yeah.
Now there is no secret mountain where magicians go up and then go learn their magic. And the truth is, magic you can learn it from books, from DVDs. If you go and search, there are many resources out there, shops, magic shops, where you can learn magic. Yeah, and of course, sometimes people say, "Oh, you learn from YouTube." Now, YouTube is not the best resource to.
Yeah.
Now, YouTube is where a lot of magic get exposed, but it's not the best place to learn magic. If you want to just know the secret, maybe you can go up there and then you can, search around and you say, "Oh, okay, I know how you did this trick, that trick." But if you're really interested in learning magic, I think the magic shops is a place to go to, where you can find books, and DVDs, videos. Nowadays, with the internet, there are also instant downloads and stuff like that.
Yeah. Right. So for yourself?
For myself, I most of the time go to the books.
Okay.
And DVDs.
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes once in a while, in the magic community, we all look out for the latest and newest trick that comes out. So we all get updated about it. And sometimes when I see something that is this very good. For example, this really good magician puts out a trick, and then then we get it. Yeah. So of course there are things that other magicians do that they create themselves as well. Yeah, I do have some that I do in my own way, my own take of maybe a classic card trick or another trick. So it's like that. Like
so I also know that Ming has also entered into the recent Grandmaster Asia 2018, right?
Yes.
Which he emerged as the 5th contestant. Could you share with us more about the whole contest?
So the Grandmaster Asia is a big magic TV show in Indonesia. So it's organized by one of the biggest TV stations over there, and they gathered 12 top magicians. If I'm not wrong, 12. I can't forget. Yeah, but top magicians in Asia.
Representing Singapore.
Yes,
right?
representing Singapore. So they are from Japan, Korea, Thailand, Indonesia, Brunei, Asia countries. So and then we compete for this title of the Grandmaster Asia. Of course, the format of the show is to put it out as a competition, to make people want to watch, follow, and everything like that. But basically, it is an effort by the TV station to make magic hot again in Indonesia, popular and stuff like that. Yeah, because
so
I know that.
Harder, facing the camera and doing your stuff, or doing the actual camera tricks? Because again, it's live, and that you are performing, and it's part of a TV show, which is harder to.
It's very different. for me, TV is much harder.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things to consider.
Yeah.
There's the live audience, there's the judges, there's the camera angles, and then I need to speak to both the live audience, the judges, and the people behind the camera.
Yeah.
So it's a very different thing. It's a very different thing from what I usually do.
Do you consider the field of magic as art itself? Do you think this is an art form?
Yes, I do think that it's an art form. But the thing is about art is this, you see, you can't say it for yourself.
Yeah. People must
recognize it as art.
Yeah.
So for me, at least my point of view is this, that I always do it as best to my ability to present it as an art piece.
Yeah.
As a piece of art. And at the least you can do is to do it well as a craft. Okay, and then whether it is artful to people or not, we leave that to people. Yeah, because that is not we can, because on the mouth we can keep saying, oh, magic is art, magic is art.
Yeah.
But if people don't recognize it as that way, there's no point.
Yeah.
When you perform, especially as a full-time performer, you tend to need to do what the client wants. You need to have commercial act, a commercial stuff, and then you realize that you don't have that much of a space to express your own art in the performance, and so that is why I seek out opportunities to do my own shows. Yeah, because when I seek out these opportunities to do my own show and do my own things, I can conceptualize the show my way, and then when we talk about art, it's like, what do you want to express? What do you want to express? And so within that show, I can express something that I want. Whether is it about me, about the art itself.
It's the Sng Ming way.
Yes, yeah.
Magic.
Or it can be about things that I like, things that I'm passionate about. For example, history of magic. I can present a show about maybe the history of magic through the magic itself. Yeah, but this type of show is not so commercial. Yeah. So you don't get a corporate client coming, hey, can you do a show that, I want it to be a very art piece kind of thing.
Right.
No, you don't get it. Yeah.
I just want to ask your take about the definition of success. What do you define as being successful?
Wow.
Yeah.
Being
Do you consider yourself as
successful.
successful right now?
Wow, that's a tough question. I have goals that are not achieved yet, definitely. But at where I am right now, I am, at least I can say that I see myself going in the right direction. And success is something that you look back on. So I don't really want to dwell on, I'm successful kind of thing, because for me, I look forward to accomplishing more things and stuff like that. And so I think success is not something that I want to say that, I'm successful. I think that I'm going in the right direction, and we'll see how it goes.
So what do you think can be done to improve the interest of magic in Singapore? I mean, just to quickly.
I think that the media has a very important role to play. Okay, so not only magic, entertainment in general, singing, and stuff like that. You realize that.
So we face the same problem.
Yes, it's the same problem.
Market and the media
it's the same problem. Our own talents are not really recognized within our own country first. Now, they are recognized eventually, maybe if they are good enough and they get the fame. But a lot of us have to go out of the country first, get the recognition outside. And then people here back home start hearing stuff and then invite you to come back to feature you or do anything like that.
So is that what you're trying to achieve right now?
No, because that is the only way. That seems to be the only way. Because if you want to start from here and it's very hard. It's very hard because people don't, local talent is local talent. They always look to, this guy from overseas, he's better. But not always, yeah.
So last question, how do you see Sng Ming in the next 5 years?
Wow, okay. In fact, in the next few years, I have some plans to. It's the same thing out of the country, and also within the country to do some projects. I can't say much yet because of this, and hopefully people will see it. People will see it soon, and then I think that other than being just about me, I hope that magic gets really, really popular. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.